Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Marky Picks. And today I've got another free 6-pick prize pick slip for you covering the MLB slate tonight. Just a quick recap over last night's ticket. Another straight fire cash we had. We went 4 out of 5 on the slip, one with do not play. We just keep this hot streak rolling. You got Lamar Jackson getting over that discount line. He almost got under that regular line, which is what I said was going to happen, but unfortunate things happened and games crept in that game. In the fourth quarter, with like 2 minutes left, he had 210 passing yards. And on that last drive, he got some big passing plays, which led to the over on the original line, but we were right there with the projection. Jared Goff, over zero point 0.5 rushing yards. He smashed this one as well in the first half. Had about 3 carries. He got 6 yards. So another pretty easy cash. Mackenzie Gore was the only one that slipped up. He was rolling early. The first inning, he got 2 strikeouts on the first 2 batters of the game. We were looking good early, and then I don't know what happened. He just lost his command completely, started walking everybody, and I really don't understand what happened there. But that was disappointing and frustrating because I thought that was looking good, and it just didn't pan out. Nick Pivetta under 4.5 hits allowed. This one was really a sweat all night. He finished the 5th inning with about 93 pitches, I want to say. He had 4 hits. I was thinking he was done. They had a bullpen arm warming up, and the playoffs are right around the corner in about a week. So I didn't expect Pivetta to come out there for the 6th inning. I turned the game on in the 6th inning. He's out there pitching. I'm like, what's going on? I was like, why is he out there? He's at 100 plus pitches, and you got a playoff game next week, and you want to burn out your pitcher right now. But he was able to get 2 outs in that 6th inning, and yeah, he walked the third batter in that inning. So after he walked the guy, they pulled him, and that secured the cash there. Michael McGreevy, this one cashed with ease. No really sweat there. The Giants, they got to him in that 4th inning, and they chased him out of the game. He couldn't even get through 5, so that took any chance of getting a win out of the equation. So really safe cash there. And Fernando Tatis Jr. didn't play, which wasn't a big issue because we already had Mackenzie Gore go under. Mackenzie Gore didn't hit, so no complaints there from Tatis not playing. So looking to get into today's slip and keep the momentum rolling. Let's go ahead and jump into the first pick of the slip, and we're rolling with Logan Webb over 3.5 strikeouts on the taco discount. My projection has him at about 6.6 Ks, and he's cleared this number in 30 out of 32 games this season. Honestly, barring some kind of absolute disaster, this feels like a free cash to get us started. The taco line is just way too low compared to his normal projection, so I'm locking in this one as the first play on today's slip. Second pick, we're going with Luis Heel under 5 strikeouts. My projection has him at 4.01 Ks, and he's got under this number in 6 of 9 games this season. Now, he did just record 7 strikeouts against this White Sox team about a month ago, so that's worth noting, but I'm expecting some adjustments from this White Sox lineup this time. And, this pick is definitely risky because we're trusting the White Sox offense, and, they're more than capable of striking out a lot, but I like the edge on this under here. Next pick, I'm going Lucas Giolito under 5.5 hits allowed. My projection has him at 5.12, and he stayed under this line in 17 of 25 games this season. Against the Blue Jays specifically, he's given up 5 hits in one start and 6 hits in his last start against them. So I'm expecting another close one here. It'll probably be a sweat, but I think he falls just short of the line here again tonight. Next pick, we're going Brad Lord under 5.5 hits allowed. Honestly, this line feels way too high. My projection has him at about 2.97. I think the reason is set here is because Washington really needs length out of him tonight after Mackenzie Gore, who we picked yesterday, only went 2 1/3 innings. And, the bullpen had to eat a lot of work. So, yeah, Lord might be asked to go deeper into this game, but I'm banking on him throwing strikes and the defense making some plays behind him to steal a few hits away from the Braves lineup. Next pick, I'm going with Dean Kremer under 26.5 pitcher fantasy score. My projection has him at about 18.41. The Rays are slight favorites here, and with the total sitting at about 8.5 and being shaded to the over, I'm expecting some runs in this matchup. Now, Kremer does bring solid strikeout upside, but he's also prone to giving up hits and runs. As long as he isn't in line for the win, I think he stays under this line, even if he manages a quality start. Rounding out the slip, we're going with David Peterson under 22.5 pitcher fantasy score. My projection has him at 21.9. So this one is going to be tight. The key here is innings pitched. If Peterson doesn't make it through the sixth, he's got a good chance of staying under. With the Mets fighting for that wild card spot, I think they'll have a quick hook if he runs into any kind of trouble. Add in the fact that the Cubs are a very strong team at home, and there's a real blow-up potential here. I'll take the under to round out today's slip. And that's going to do it for today's slip, 6-pick PrizePicks slip. Let's see if we can keep this hot streak rolling. You got to cash out another winner. Again, don't just play the 6-pick. Split this ticket up into 4 picks, 5 picks, and 2 picks. I wouldn't play the 3-pick because they really aren't worth it. But if you split these picks up this way, you have a better chance of being profitable, especially if you've been doing this over the last few videos. If you enjoyed the breakdown, make sure to hit the likes button, subscribe, and turn on the post notifications so you don't miss any of my future picks. Doing this really helps get the channel out there, to more people so everyone can get in on these free picks and wins. I appreciate all the support, and as always, let's cash this one.